By the way, and I hope I get to watch the video later on. All right, now we are officially ready for the final question and answer portion. And as Ryle said a while ago, I'm just gonna rehash it. They are going to be asked one common question. That is why we put headsets on the two other candidates that are part of the top three right there. So, candidate number 5, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
And your question is, we'll read it twice for you.
Okay.
As a woman of heartfelt beauty, what do you believe is one best practice of Iloilo that the rest of the Philippines can emulate? As a woman of heartfelt beauty, what do you believe is one best practice of Iloilo that the rest of the Philippines can emulate?
Given that our LGU, our Iloilo LGU, and our beloved mayor has already taken a step in applying and having been awarded by UNESCO as one of the creative cities of gastronomy in the world, this is something that we can surely exemplify to the rest of the Philippines and in the world. You know, us Ilonggos were known for our essence of being loving and caring. Even my parents, I grew up with them saying I love you to us by cooking food for us, especially when we're sick. So this is something that I embody. This is something that I'd like to share to the rest of the world. We also have this one particular dish here called KBL, or Kadyos Baboy and Langka, with this particular ingredient called batuan that can never be taken away from this dish that makes it all so delicious. And I believe I'm truly a reflection of that. And such as in my vlogs that I mentioned earlier, I always write hashtag Dear Iloilo. Specifically tonight, ipubugal tagid ka. I promise to make you proud. Love, hashtag that Filipina Karen. Madamo nga salamat yun.
That's Karen Piccho, everybody.
Thank you, candidate number 5. Let's remove the headset, please, on candidate number 4.
Making her way to the mic as our next finalist, candidate number 4, Elaine Segura.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sige, test nga natin kung talagang gumagana yung headphones kanina. Anong music yung piniplay nila?
Parang upbeat, na parang nasa bar ako kanina.
Ay, okay.
Nasa bar.
Dapat sinayaw niyo ulit yung introduction video yung gano'n. Pero yes, at least we know talagang hindi niya narinig yung question
Yeah,
kanina.
we
So
got the
here
music blasting.
is your final question.
All right, Elaine, for your question, we'll read it twice for you. As a woman of heartfelt beauty, what do you believe is one best practice of Iloilo that the rest of the Philippines can emulate? As a woman of heartfelt beauty, what do you believe is one best practice of Iloilo that the rest of the Philippines can emulate?
Thank you for that question. I believe that one best practice that Iloilo can share to the to nationwide is raising their women with resilience, yet somehow with grace. Because in Iloilo, we women are a product of women of our past, as well as the women of we are now. We owe it to the women of we owe it to what we will become in the future. Yet even though we are resilient, we still show our power, our strength with grace. And maybe we can share it to the world that us women can not only be strong, but also be graceful, because we women are women of heartfelt beauty.
Thank you very much, candidate number 4.
And congratulations for making it this far. It's now time to please remove the headset and call on candidate number 10, Rhea Marisa Puyong.
Hello, candidate number 10. That is a stunning look, can I just say. Hindi talaga sila nagtipid sa bato. All out, diba?
Masagana sa bato si Pat.
Oo. And now, are you ready for your final question?
I have no choice but to be ready.
Ay, hindi. Pwede ka namin ibalik sa likod. Mag-break muna tayo. May kape sa likod.
Pwede ka pa magbagong isip.
Oo. Hindi, sige. Pero alam kong palaban ang mga Ilongga. Kaya
Of
dyan,
course.
bigay na natin ng
All right, Rhea, let's do it, and I'll read the question twice for you. So, as a woman of heartfelt beauty, what do you believe is one best practice of Iloilo that the rest of the Philippines can emulate? As a woman of heartfelt beauty, what do you believe is one best practice of Iloilo that the rest of the Philippines can emulate?
We are an Ilongga with a heartfelt beauty, but I believe I am someone with a heartfelt mission. Iloilo, I know, have a lot of stories to tell. Every Ilonggos who strive, and every woman who has quiet strength, and every children who have hopeful dreams. If there is something that the Philippines could emulate in Iloilo, that is the stories of the Ilonggos. The stories of resilience, the stories of excellence, and the stories of someone who is empowered. And right now, I am standing here as someone who is not just empowered, but someone who will bring the story of the lives of Iloilo. Because Iloilo isn't just a place, but a place, and a place that is worth telling. The story that is worth telling, I mean. Bato, Iloilo, because we are the best. Thank you.
And that wraps up our final interview. Iloilo, make some noise!
Grabe talaga, mga Ilongga, super well-spoken.
They're making it extremely difficult for our judges, Nicole. Grabe, talaga namang nagbato ang mga Ilonggas natin for this evening. And I know that you are all excited to know who the winner is for Miss Iloilo 2025. But before that, we'd love to invite our ladies to please take some rest backstage. We'll see you once again later. And for everybody, let's take a look at the journey of our Miss Iloilo 2024 queens. Let's all watch this.